Done.
It's nice.
Oh, I know.
I'm feeling it.
Welcome to my bedroom.
It's a nice bedroom, as far as bedrooms go. It's one of the nicest bedrooms I've seen today.
Being my bedroom and your bedroom.
Yeah.
So, I hear you came in on a motorcycle.
I did, yeah.
And I hear you've got quite a story behind that motorcycle.
I
Should we
do.
just jump straight into it? Do you want to tell me how your motorcycle came to be?
How my motorcycle came to be.
I would like to know.
Well, you see, Benji, it was quite a while ago. So let me just try and remember how it did come to be. How did it come to be? You've heard of, the ocean?
Yeah, the big blue wet thing.
Yeah, the big blue wet thing. It's like a big pond, but on the planet, everywhere. Pearls, right, are formed by clams and like the inside, and like water gets there and it stays there and it eventually turns into a pearl. Any scientist will tell you how that's how it's done.
It doesn't evaporate,
No.
especially underwater.
Not in the magic of clams. The thing is with clams, if you heat them up, they can be moulded into any shape. In the 1920s, when motorbikes were first sort of getting on their feet, there was one guy, and he lived in Ohio, in America. Typical of the people of Ohio, he thought, I want to go one better, and I want a motorcycle.
They were famous for that.
I want a motorcycle that is like better than all the others, and he was quite rich. And so what he did is he bought 5,000 million pearls.
What was his name?
His name was Frederick McDurfton.
Frederick McDurfton. It means rich person in German, I think.
Frederick McDurfton, because he was from Germany, you see.
In Ohio.
In Ohio. He put all the pearls into an oven. He smelt all the pearls down until they were this gooey sort of thing. He made them into motorcycle parts. He made this motorcycle out of pearl parts. Out of motorcycle parts that had been made of pearls. Are you following this? But the thing is, it didn't work very well.
Because it was made out of pearls.
It was made out of pearls. That was the problem he quickly found. He got a ton of engineers in and they managed to somehow make this motorcycle work. They put in metal parts.
If the heat is the thing that melts down pearls, surely putting them in a...
Oh, well, it's intense heat. Intense heat that melts.
And his oven happened to...
In his oven, he had a good oven. These engineers came in and they helped make this motorcycle work. They put in metal parts, they painted it, and he started driving it about for a long time. And then the war came along, and they found out that this motorbike, because it was made out of pearls, and pearls are quite strong, or at least they were in the 20s.
Unless you have a big oven.
Unless you have a big oven. They found it would have been quite a good, if soldiers like dressed up and got armoured, they could drive it along, and it was quite a good vehicle for getting around in the war when people were shooting and bombs and stuff. The military took it on, and would drive it along during the war in battlefields and things, and they found it handy. Eventually the war came to an end, as you know.
I do know.
And it just got stored in a garage somewhere by the military.
Where?
In New Jersey.
Found his way back to America.
Yeah, it got taken out of Ohio, brought to France for the war, and
they sent it back.
They sent it back to New Jersey. Yeah, and time came to pass, and eventually somebody broke in and took it. It was a group of thieves. Brought it to England and drove it around, and it was a nice looking bike.
I bet.
And it was turning plenty of heads. When he was driving it one day, he fell off.
Oh,
and he died.
No.
He died, and the motorcycle flipped and turned on the road, and it was spinning everywhere, and eventually it just landed in the garden of somebody, and yeah, and so that somebody then inherited that motorbike, and that somebody was me.
No.
Yeah. The police came along and they were like, "You can't keep it," and I was like,
So
"Are you sure about that?" And then I gave them some money, and then they said, "Whatever." Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
You wouldn't
If
have.
I was going to guess,
Really?
I'd be like, Drew's motorbike, where'd it come from? Pearl? No.
You wouldn't have thought that.
It's black, isn't it?
It is black, yeah.
You could call it the Black Pearl.
I could call it the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
That's something I could do.
No one would get that unless they saw this video.
Like the millions of people who are watching it right now.
Yeah, the millions of people.
Yeah, it's like that number.
Yeah.
Like million.
Millions isn't a number.
It is a number.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, that one, well.
Ciao.
and he wanted to configure them into motorcycle parts.
Configure.
Yeah, I can't think of the. Is that's not the word?
Make.
He made make. That's a good word. So he made.